This is the sad story of the untimely passing of Terian Compton. This was a shock to the community, to some neighboring islands and people across the world. There are so many questions that still need to be answered. So many wonders. So many unanswered questions. It's been a year since her sad passing, but yet I still cannot get a clear explanation as to how she died, what was the cause, and what is the meaning behind the death of Terian Compton.
Teran wasn't lazy. Teran was a go-getter. Whatever she wanted, she'll make it happen. She wasn't rich, but she'll make it happen. Trust me. I remember there them time I still living on the block, just 2 months on the block, and in that 2 months, Terian got a job on a cruise ship. She left the job. She went to Barbados, got a visa, come back to St. Lucia, moved to the US, and also brought her daughter along with her. And then after a little time passed, she brought my mother, and then she was trying to work on mine, but then I was seated on the sofa like I always do, reading my Bible, and then I just burst into tears. Like, the reason why I was crying, it was tears of joy, because I was crying because of what God did in my life, the transition from prison to who I am and who I'm becoming. Yeah, I was just crying, full of tears and joy. And then when I went and sleep, it was after 2. My mother woke me up and told me they found my brother dead. So at first, when I heard that, I first thing I said was in my head, and I just rest and I thought about it a little, but because most times I would call his death and that wasn't true. And the next morning my sister called me finding out information, and then I found out information and it was true. Teran called me one day before she died, or is it 2 days? I can't really remember, but that was our last conversation. We spoke about a lot, plans. We spoke about our brother's death. It was a normal voice call, and I just switched it to video and I answered. As soon as she answered, she said, "I knew you would do that." It's like when the phone rang, I just felt a vibe. Like I felt like I need to cherish moments with my sister. When we spoke about Messi, that's when she told me like she didn't want me to go to the funeral because of my safety. But I told her the Holy Spirit is with me everywhere I go, so I fear nothing, and nothing will happen to me. And then she was like, she still insisted, and I acted in the flesh a bit, and then me and our energy, the convo was a little harsh, but then we got calm again. And to be honest, I felt like I should not end this call. To be honest, I won't lie to you. I felt it, but like I just let it be, And the next day, when I was on my way to my barber shop, she sent me a message. She commented on my testimony because I posted it before I went to work. When I got the news Terian passed away, I was on my way to prayer meeting. It was a Wednesday. And when I was about to go prayer meeting, and as soon as I rest my hand on the door, my phone started ringing, and I saw it was Shauna. And then I said like, Shauna. And then when I answered the call, I just heard crying. Like Dawn, she asked, did anybody tell us anything? And I was like, no. And what happened? I had a bad feeling. I thought it was an accident or something, and she broke it down to me and told me, like, while she's speaking, I was just thinking of like, I was lost thinking of like, what could she be telling? What could be the bad news? And to be honest, the only words I heard clear was, she was pronounced dead. And at this moment, I was really shocked. I rushed to the room. I told my mother. I woke up. I said, "Mom, you don't hear what they're telling me there?" Like, I just couldn't believe I didn't have words. And I didn't cry anything yet. I just went to my room and I prayed to God. And I said, Lord, I honored him with his will. I said, Lord, I do want that to be the truth. I want my sister back. But Lord, if it is your will, let it be done. It's really tricky because my sister died before my brother's funeral. And before she died, she told me, do not go to my brother's funeral. So now I was stuck with mixed emotions like, oh, I don't want to miss my brother's funeral, but at the same time, I don't want to disobey my sister's last words. That's when I came to a conclusion that I wouldn't be hard-headed. I just won't go to the funeral. After losing a brother and a sister, like, in less than 2 weeks, I was like, what is God doing in my life? On the night Terian died, I fell asleep at 4 a.m. with a song playing in my head, just a gospel reciting in my head. And at that very time, a young woman messaged me from Soufre, but I was asleep, so I saw the message later that morning. And she said she had a dream about me in a church surrounded by doves with two on my shoulder. And I was like, I just lost a brother and a sister, so what two doves on my shoulder means? And I went to different men of God and spoke to them about it, and they said doves are good news. Yeah. So I was like, what is God doing in my life? That gave me more strength to keep going. And from there, I took my walk more serious with God. And sometimes I tell myself, like, Don, your sister had to die for you to realize you have to take that serious. Yeah. But this is what it is. Teran had the heart of an angel, truly, truly sent by God. Trust me, Teran will want to take all your problems, everybody's problems, whether you're not related to her, and just put it on her back, like, yo, that girl, she had a good heart. And a lot of God children. Yeah. She was a family person, she loved her family. Her daughter meant everything to her. Her daughter Juliana meant everything to her. Teran loved that child. Teran, she actually spoiled that child too. Like, not spoil as in a bad way, but like certain ways I want to punish her, she wouldn't allow me to. Yeah, and I like the fact I raised with Juliana too, so that taught me how to be a father at the same time. So now they have my twins. That stuff I do already. I have experience. Terian death caused a lot of drama, a lot of things I wouldn't even want to say on camera. Teran death caused a lot of setbacks, especially for me too, because Teran gave me mostly everything from my head to my toes. Teran. My mother gave me a lot, but you see more of my clothes, my shoes, and my just to make sure I looking alright, I save Terian. Up to now, she died. It's been a year, and I still have new things I know that even wear. Yeah, a lot of people benefited from her work, and I knew she wanted to do a lot for the kids. Her long-term goal was to open a fun house for kids where you could take your kids, because now I have kids that are in Soufre, and I see in Soufre that I have nowhere to bring your kids, and that was her long-term goal. That was her plan. She loved kids. She was the CEO of Candy's World. She was also the one who opened my very first barber shop. She funded everything. Losing a brother and sister in like 2 weeks, it's really hard, and you don't know who to mourn, you don't even know what's going on in your life. But I found strength in trying to understand what God doing in my life, because it's really strange. I got twins, a boy and a girl, and then next year I losing a brother and a sister. It's like God saw like those two would be missing in my life, so He replaced them early. I don't know if that's my opinion. Some people look at it as untimely death, but I don't really look at it as an untimely death sometimes because of the way it happened. Yes, it was a shock, but like Terian was a party person. She liked to party, and she loved her birthday. She went the extra mile in those occasions. But her life took a sudden turn. All of a sudden, Terian started, just go in church. She got baptized.
She actually begged to get baptized, like she knew a death was coming. I don't know, like she felt it.
She got baptized and she wrote a book. And what makes it even more interesting, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I'll just play this short video for you to see. My mom sent me this video of my sister in the coffin at her funeral, and she was dressed like the queen she was. I posted it on my story and entered her favorite song, and the lyrics automatically just fit the moment. Take a look at this video. You said it's finished. My story is written. I overcame. Isn't this very accurate? Or it's just a coincidence? But I believe my sister was an angel sent from God.
Yeah, it's your girl. You don't know. Positivity always. The struggle is real out there today. Hold strong, because life goes on. And to the real ones out there, I say keep it rolling, because God got you.